So in the week 2024 draft class, there could be a chance for someone that, in my opinion, is the best shooter in this class to rise up draft boards throughout the pre-draft workouts, and that player is Jared McCain of Duke. So you may know him as the 2 days into college guy, but he really is a sharp shooter of a prospect over at Duke. There are some Emmanuel Quickly comparisons with him because he can move with the ball, he can move without the ball, and he could be a flamethrower shooter at the next level. So a team that is pretty good, that has a first rounder in that mid-teens to mid-20s, could be the Orlando Magic. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing an Orlando Magic 2024 draft rebuild and pick up Jared McCain, the combo guard out of Duke. He had a insane performance against JMU in the round of 32. Played well against Houston and even played well against NC State at times as well. So yeah, Jared McCain, in my opinion, I think could get a lot of hype leading up to the draft, just because, you know what, it's a weaker class, and somebody like him that could be an elite shooter, a good off-ball player, could be very valuable, and he's got good size. The thing will be, like, how good of a defender can he be? But let's focus on the 2024 playoffs. Let's see how far the Magic can go. I am recording this on Wednesday, so we're going to see so much kind of change throughout the standings between now and the end of the regular season on Sunday. And, like, there's the Giannis injury. There's a lot going on in the Eastern Conference, and the Orlando Magic could be a sneaky conference finals team if it all goes well, because they have been healthy this season. Does 2K think that would happen if the Bucks and Magic played each other? Nope, the Magic ended up losing in 5, but I think just being here in a non-playing tournament setting with Paolo Banchero as your best player and Franz Wagner as your second best player at 21 and 22 years old, you were so happy with the season that they had together, and complementary pieces too, like Wendell Carter Jr. and most notably Jalen Suggs, who in my opinion has to be on an all-defensive team. Even if Jonathan Isaac played a little bit more games this year, I think he should be on an all-defensive team as well. So let's see who 2K has going to the conference finals. The Knicks and the Bucks and the Mavs and the Pelicans. The Mavericks lost, but Luka still gets conference finals MVP, and Jalen Brunson is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And the New York Knicks of all teams win it all with Jalen Brunson winning your Finals MVP. All right, I mean, we're not going to see Julius Randle play, unfortunately, but hey, I would take that as a Knicks fan. So here are the retirements. I think I wouldn't mind getting a veteran on this team next year, and I think the Orlando Magic, a team that is going to have cap space, could look for a shooter in the offseason. Could that be Klay Thompson? Could that be Buddy Hield? Could that be Malik Monk? Not sure. So the Magic do own their first round pick. We are going to get it at 19, and that's where I'm going to target Jared McCain. The Blazers ended up getting the #1 overall pick. I feel like they'd go Alex Sarr. Jazz at 2 could probably go with the wing and Stephon Castle. Spurs at 3. I mean, Donovan Clingan and Wemby in that front court would be fun, but I feel like they'd look at Nikola Topic, Zachary Risache, or Rob Dillingham. So with the #1 overall pick, the Blazers go to Nikola Topic. I hate that. You already have Scoot Henderson. Why do that? And Scoot has played well to finish up the 2024 regular season. The Jazz at #2 are getting Alex Sarr. I mean, that's a fun fit. It's a little redundant with Walker Kessler there, but that's still a very nice player to get. And Cody Williams goes to the Spurs at 3. Ron Holland to the Pistons at 4. And Yves Missi from Baylor goes 5. All right, over Donovan Clingan. So yes, we are going to take Jared McCain with the 19th overall pick in this draft. He could be our shooting guard eventually. I mean, we do have Anthony Black. We do have Jalen Suggs, but he could be an elite 6th man for us. And then in the second round, I got Deron Holmes out of Dayton. I feel like that's a steal. So we got McCain and Deron Holmes, who's actually 1 overall higher than Jared McCain. Funny enough, he's from Dayton. So I'm going to decline the option on Joe Ingles. Paolo Banchero, we're going to pick that up. Obviously, LeBron, Paul George heading towards free agency. Qualifying offers, Chumo KK. I think injuries are on, so I don't mind having the depth, but I think I'm going to not give him that qualifying offer. We could probably even get him for a little bit cheaper if we did want to bring him back as a depth piece. So any of the top guards, oh yeah, we do have some cap space, which is nice. James Harden, D'Lo, I mean, Emmanuel Quickly on this team would be sick. So yeah, we're definitely moving on from Markelle Fultz. I'm not going to sign him. I think we're looking for some shooting. We have enough big man depth right now. We could also look to bring back Goga Bitadze if we really wanted to. So Malik Monk, I think, would be a nice addition. He fits the timeline a little bit more than Klay. Obviously, getting Klay as a veteran would be great, but he's 34. We saw the inconsistencies in Golden State this season. Buddy Hield, also an elite shooter as well, but doesn't provide you great defense. I think Monk is the best of both worlds and also a good playmaker as well. So I'm going to give Malik Monk a 4-year deal. He could get 4 years, $100 million. There's a chance he could get north of $20 million the way the cap is rising, and teams with cap space could be bidding against each other. Like, what if San Antonio and Orlando, and maybe even Detroit or Philadelphia getting in a bidding war for Malik Monk could drive up that price. So I'm going to give him $17 million a year for 4 years at a flat rate. So that is a 4-year, $68 million deal. We are going to let go of Markelle Fultz, though. It just didn't work out. I thought he was going to break out this season for the Magic, and it just didn't happen whatsoever. So we're going to renounce the rights on him. And I'm going to bring back Goga Badatse, about $3 million a year for 3 years. He actually declines that, unfortunately. So I want to give him 3 years. I want to do a team option on them last year. We're going to flat rate that. He doesn't need to go up. 3.5 a year, we could do that. It's just to be a third string center behind Carter Jr. and Mo Wagner. I doubt he gets another deal out there. It's taken him a minute to want to re-sign with us. So we do that. At the top, LeBron James goes to the Motor City. I guess they drafted Bronny. Paul George goes back to the Clippers. DeMar DeRozan goes to the Lakers to replace LeBron. As OG Anunoby goes to the Thunder. Oh, that is an insane team. Good thing we are in the Eastern Conference. It would be interesting if the Magic tried getting Nick Claxton to add to their defense, but there could be some floor spacing issues. I mean, getting Isaiah Hartenstein would be a nice upgrade to the backup 5 spot, and we do have some cap space, but we do have 3 centers right now, and to keep Franz happy, I'm going to keep Mo, who I think is a good backup center, and we have plenty of front court depth. We're going to see what Jett Howard can do in year number 2, so you know what? Yeah, I'm actually going to move on from Chumo KK, and we could have a little bit of cap space next offseason. I'm going to give Romeo Langford just a 1-year deal just to have a minimum guy off the bench. I'm sorry, Sixers fans, Tobias Harris did re-sign with you guys. The Raptors brought back Emmanuel quickly. Isaiah Hartenstein goes back to the Houston Rockets where he started his career. So player progression, Paolo Banchero is up to an 88 overall. We have Franz at an 86. I think Suggs is more of a 2, so I think I'm going to keep Malik Monk in his 6-man role. I think that's perfect. He's going to play a ton of minutes, and then we're going to have Anthony Black start at the 1 for us this season and have like Cole Anthony and Malik Monk run those second-man units. And you also shouldn't be doing like a 5-man bench unit out there at once. You should stagger their minutes, so we'll be doing that as well. All right, so let's construct this rotation. I think I do want to start Anthony Black at the 1. We're going to have... yeah, Jalen Suggs at the 2. I mean, it's a elite defense, and I think Monk, who has shown a 6-man role here, and we're paying him starting level money, could obviously be inserted in case an injury does occur. All right, so it's going to be Black at the 1, Suggs at the 2, Wagner, Banchero, Carter Jr. Off the bench, we have Malik Monk, Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac, who could play a little bit of the backup 5. We do have Mo Wagner and Jared McCain getting 10 minutes a night. So the first man out is definitely going to be Jett Howard, and if an injury to a big man does occur, it's going to be Goga Badatse. I'm going to send Deron Holmes to the G League just because I don't want to send Jett Howard down there again. So start off the year on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks. How are we going to look in the first game of the year? We got blown out by 37 points. Well, that is a wake-up call for sure. It looks like the offense wasn't great. The defense wasn't great as well. Second game of the season at home against the Pelicans, we win by 10, a team that just went to the finals. So that gives me a little bit more encouragement on this year. The Knicks, the reigning champions at home, we beat them. So we just beat both teams that were in the finals last year. Jalen Suggs, off to somewhat of an inconsistent start, but that's fine. Franz, hopefully this isn't like an outlier this year. 28% from 3. And like he goes back to that 35%, but he's off to a 25% start this year. Paolo looks great. Hopefully he just keeps improving on his numbers. Can we beat the Heat? Yeah, there we go. 3 great wins since getting embarrassed in the opening night. Okay, Jalen Suggs. That is what I'm talking about. First game of the in-season tournament on the road against the Hornets. We do lose by 15. All right. And this is nothing new. Jonathan Isaac gets hurt. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. Let's see what Jett Howard can do in those 15 minutes. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We are 27-23. We sit right in the middle of the Eastern Conference. The Cavs are at the top of it. Then you have the Hornets, Pacers, and then Knicks. And then for some reason, yeah, you have the Sixers, the Bucks, the Celtics are 20 and 30. Okay, that doesn't really make any sense. The Nuggets are bad this year as well, and the Thunder are the top of the West. I'm not sure. Did the Warriors bring back Klay Thompson? It doesn't look like they did, but they brought in John Collins. Okay, so we are, yeah, like I said, 27-23. I don't know if we want to make a type of move at the deadline. Paolo Banchero is kind of doing what he did last year. He's being a little bit more efficient from 3. The playmaking hasn't really taken a step, but the rebounding is there. Franz Wagner, that 3-point shot has looked better from last year, which is good. He is due for a rookie payday at the end of the offseason. Malik Monk, 16 points, 4 assists, 2.5 rebounds, 50, 40, 90 efficiency. Yeah, that signing has been well worth our money. 68% true shooting. Wendell Carter Jr., he's been a little efficient this year because he's taken a little bit more outside jumpers. I got to figure out. I mean, he's still on a good contract, but he will be an expiring. If there was a time to move him, it'd probably be this offseason, not right now. Suggs also going to be getting a payday from me as well. Cole Anthony's been good and is kind of more limited minutes off the bench. Anthony Black has been somewhat efficient this year, but the playmaking hasn't really excelled. I think for the playoffs, it's going to come down to probably me starting Malik Monk at the 1. Jonathan Isaac giving me elite defense off the bench, which we value a ton. Jett Howard's efficiency has them look great. And Jared McCain, who's kind of the title and thumbnail of this video, I think was always going to take like a year to get into this rotation as well. So we don't really have anybody to re-sign. I don't know if Isaac will be back next year. I mean, maybe. He could be the backup 5. And you know what? We did draft Jonathan Isaac, so let's keep the homegrown guy. Let's bring him back 3 years, $21 million. Let's do that. All right, so Luka Doncic wins MVP this year. They gave it to Nikola Jokic last year. Let me know in the comments, who is your MVP this year? Do you think it should be Luka over Jokic? Alex Sarr has a really good offensive rookie season. Damn, he wins Rookie of the Year, definitely deserving. He also won Sixth Man of the Year as well, I assume behind Walker Kessler. Wemby, Depoy, most improved goes to James Wiseman, who is back in Golden State. And Jalen Brunson is your clutch player of the year. Coach of the Year goes to Mark Daigneault. All-NBA first team, you got Luka, Jokic, Wemby, Halliburton, and LaMelo. Second team, you got Sabonis, Embiid, Giannis, Shea, and Booker. Third team, Kyrie, Bam, Mitchell, Trey, and Anthony Edwards. So no Paolo Banchero, no Franz Wagner. We didn't get like a Jonathan Isaac on an all-defensive team or a Jalen Suggs either. And we didn't get anybody on an all-rookie team as well. So we did make the playoffs as a non-playing tournament team. We're going to be the 6 seed taking on the 3-seeded Knicks. You have the 2-seeded Hornets taking on the 7-seeded Heat. So a bunch of Southeast Division teams made the playoffs, or at least 4 did, because you also have the Atlanta Hawks up there as the 8 seed as well. So just taking a look at the stats this year, this is how everybody finished. Wendell Carter is currently playing through a bruised right shoulder. I do think I'm going to start Malik Monk at the 1. He was second on our team in assists, and I think I'm fine. It is weird having Black and probably Cole coming off the bench together, but we are going to do that going forward. So there is an injury to Wendell Carter Jr., so he's probably not going to start until he is fully healthy. And Mo Wagner is pretty good in his limited playing time for sure. So I think, that just resetted what I just did, damn it. So it's going to look like this, the starting 5 of the playoffs. It will change once Wendell Carter is fully healthy. So Jared McCain is not going to make the playoffs this year. But he will probably make the rotation going forward. So game number 1 against the reigning NBA champion Knicks. Did they add anybody throughout the offseason? Oh, they replaced Isaiah Hartenstein with Jalen Duren. Was it on the minimum as well? Yeah, it was. So that team is obviously very, very good. And then they also have Zach Collins, McBride, and Killian Hayes, funny enough, off the bench. Game number 1 goes to the Knicks. They ended up beating us by 23 points. This would be an upset for us if we are able to pull it off. Game number 2 also goes to the Knicks. They ended up winning by 12. Damn, so are we going to have back-to-back playoff appearances, but no series wins? We do beat the Knicks by 7 in game number 3. Good game from Paolo. Good game from Jalen Suggs as well. His efficiency has been a little inconsistent. Game number 4 goes to the Knicks. They end up winning by 13. Suggs led us in scoring. Come on, Paolo. Those are bad numbers, Paolo. Franz, do you want a rookie extension? You want a rookie max extension? I don't know. Game number 5. We unfortunately lose in 5 for the 2nd straight season. I mean, that is like the reigning champion Knicks team, and they lost Anunoby in the offseason, and they also had Justin Edwards as well. Paolo, I mean, played fine in game 5, but I don't know, kind of a disappointing series for a lot of our core. Isaac played well in that final game, and we did extend him, so he should be back. Malik Monk, damn, man. All right, well, maybe he shouldn't be starting for us going forward, at least in playoff games. And Mo Wagner was kind of horrible as the starting center. Shea is your Western Conference Finals MVP, and Jalen Brunson. Wow, shout out to the Knicks in this sim. They beat us in 5, then they beat the Hornets in 7. Blew them out in game 7, in which Brunson had 51. Oh my god, is 2K making Brunson like as good as like Cade or LaMelo in the sim? I love that. Then they ended up sweeping the Cavs. Knicks Thunder in the finals, and the Thunder end up winning in 6, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is your finals MVP. So LeBron says 1 year was enough in Detroit. He retires. Al Horford and Russell Westbrook retire as well. Clay ended up going to Dallas, I saw, and then he ended up retiring. Russ and LeBron head to the Hall of Fame. I mean, Clay is definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, 100%. So draft lottery time here. We do have our first round picks, so we do have maybe some flexibility if we wanted to make a trade this offseason. We have the 18th overall pick and the 20th overall pick in this draft. So we have 2 first rounders. The Grizzlies are at 1, Pelicans at 2 from the Drew Holiday trade, Thunder at 3 from the Russell Westbrook Chris Paul trade, Bulls at 4, Knicks at 5. So they ended up going to the finals and get a top 5 pick. Jamal Mosley isn't going anywhere. He did sign an extension with the Orlando Magic in real life. Could I somehow steal Will Hardy to be my top assistant? Let's go. So Carter Knox, it's Carter with a K, and Mackenzie Mbako are kind of projected to go to us here. I do wonder, like JQ already just decommitted basically from Kentucky, and I think Carter Knox may as well, because Coach John Calipari is leaving Kentucky and going to Arkansas, which was just some wild news. I don't think I want to draft 2 rookies, so I may actually try something out. With us signing Malik Monk and drafting Jared McCain, title and thumbnail of this video, I want to play him next year. I think I may look to move Cole Anthony, who's on a good contract. Could I move Cole, 18, and 20 to potentially get up into the top 10? So the Rockets have 6. I don't know if they're going to do this. I will counter. They also have 8 as well. So could I trade them Cole Anthony 18 and 20 to move up to 6. They agree to that. So we have the 6th overall pick in this draft now. We could target one of these elite wings to come off the bench for us kind of going forward. I mean, if there is a center, I don't know if there's going to be like a franchise-changing center to move over Wendell Carter Jr. Cooper Flagg ends up in Memphis, which is kind of sick. Him and Triple J in that front court, and you have Ja. Ace Bailey goes to the Pelicans at 2, and the Thunder at pick 3 are going to be trading the pick. Wow, and a future first-rounder for Kawhi Leonard. So the Clippers get their first-rounder back. Or no, so if that was the Clippers pick, not the Rockets pick, excuse me, it wasn't from the Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook trade. It was from the Paul George trade. And the Clippers select Drake Powell out of UNC. The Bulls at number 4 select Carter Bryant out of Zona. And the Knicks at 5 select Dylan Harper. That's a steal for them. So at number 6, I'm going to take Floyd Badunga, who I don't think is 6'10". I think he's more like 6'7". But we're going to get some center depth here. And he could have more upside over Wendell Carter Jr. long term. And in the second round, I have someone that could be a projected first round pick. Derek Queen, who's currently playing or at Montverde Academy. He's going to Maryland. We got Igor in the second round. I'm not going to sign him, though. Team player options. I'm going to pick it up on Deron Holmes. Chet Howard, yes, but it's not looking like a great tenure here in Orlando. Caleb Houston, I'll still keep around just in case we just get flooded with injuries next year. You never know. So Suggs and Franz, we're going to pay them a decent amount of money this offseason. I don't think I'm going to pay Franz's brother $8 million, so he actually may get some contracts elsewhere, so good for him. All right, so we're going to bring back Franz Wagner. $25 million a year. I think that's a pretty good deal. 5 years, $125 million. Jalen Suggs kind of wants more than that, and I don't really want to give him more than that, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah, we do have some cap space now. Like, we have a decent amount. I mean, Paolo's going to get paid a ton next offseason. I don't think I'm going to really sign anybody here because I'm going to want to bring back Jalen Suggs. Jalen Duren would be kind of funny to just give a deal to, but we have Floyd Badunga. We do have Wendell Carter Jr. I'm going to bring back Jalen Suggs. I don't think he's going to get a real deal. I just don't want to give him like more money per year than Franz Wagner. I feel like he's not looked as like that. I mean, on the last day, I'm going to offer him a deal. You know, I guess I'll just give him the same contract, 5 years, $125 million there to Jalen Suggs. Paolo's an 89, Wagner's an 86. We'll see if we have a first round exit once again. Jared McCain's up to a 74. He's obviously going to be cracking the rotation this year. But another first round exit would make me maybe panic a little bit next offseason and make a major move. All right, so I think I'm going to give Anthony Black another crack as the starting point guard this year. How did Franz Wagner get hurt before the season even started? Damn, he's got a sore right knee. Maybe he suffered that. In practice, it looks like. Damn. All right, so we are going to rock, I think, a 9-man rotation this year. Yeah, this is what the kind of reserves are going to look like. So basically, it's going to be this. Black, Suggs, Franz, Paolo, and Wendell Carter Jr. in the starting 5. Then we're going to have Malik Monk, Jonathan Isaac, Jared McCain, and Floyd Badunga off the bench. Probably Floyd Badunga, not Badunga. So we're going to be 4-star balance under Jamal Mosley. Hopefully, this team is a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference this year. I would like to be a little bit better than we were last year and at least see some development with the squad. But we started off 0-2. Then we have a West Coast back-to-back Warriors, Lakers. Ooh, a 1-3 start. Not great. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline, and we're pretty much like 2 games worse at this deadline than we were last year. We are the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference at 26-25. In terms of defense, though, we are I mean, we're okay defensively. I mean, actually, we're actually pretty poor defensively. How? I don't know how this team is not good defensively, but that is interesting. And offensively, we're the 5th best offensive team in the Eastern Conference. I mean, looking at the stats this year, Paolo Banchero probably having the best year of his career, which is good. Hey, that is nice to see in his 4th year. Franz is more, I don't know. The true shooting is down. It's a weird fit. Malik Monk has been very efficient for us and a very good 6-man. Jalen Suggs, we're $25 million a year, maybe. Good defense, shooting 40 from 3. I like those numbers. Anthony Black is still just averaging 3.8 assists. He's being efficient. Is he actually taking a high amount of threes? He is. Shooting 46%. Just why isn't he a good playmaker? Should I put him at the 3? It's not maybe a terrible idea. Wendell Carter Jr. is averaging 12 and 9. It's his last year. He's shooting 38 from 3, but I don't know if I'm going to extend him. There's Jared McCain, who has been much better this year. Jonathan Isaac has dealt with multiple injuries. And Wendell Carter Jr. does not want to come back. So I don't know if I would trade him or we just see what this team can do. But I think I'm just going to either let him walk in the offseason. I don't really think it's worth trading him right now. I'm just hoping that this team can turn it around a little bit. Or I'm going to have to make somewhat of a big move because I can't just have 3 first-round exits in a row. So Luka goes back-to-back with MVPs. Cooper Flagg, the #1 overall pick, is your rookie of the year. Nikola Topic, 6 Man of the Year. In Portland, obviously behind Scoot Henderson, but pretty good scoring numbers off the bench. Wemby wins Depoy. Yves Missi most improved, the 5th overall pick back in the 24 draft. And Donovan Mitchell ended up in New York. He's on the Brooklyn Nets. Mark Daigneault, Coach of the Year. John Murphy, Executive of the Year. Here's All-NBA first team with Luka, Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All-NBA second team with Halliburton, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Zion Williamson, and Ja Morant. And third team does have Paolo Banchero. He joins it with Bam, Sabonis, Anthony Edwards, and Joel Embiid. We love to see that. Did we get somebody on an all-defensive team? Unfortunately, we did not. We did get Floyd on all-rookie second team. So we did not get a top 6 finish. Oh my goodness, we fell outside the top 10. That is not good. All right, so we go from 2 straight top 6 finishes, but first round exits, to not even making the playoffs as a whole. This team may look a little bit different next year. So the guys that are definitely going to be here, 100%. Paolo Banchero, maybe Malik Monk, maybe Franz Wagner. Jalen Suggs should be here. Probably not Wendell. Maybe Anthony Black. I mean, anything is kind of on the table. So McCain will definitely be here because he's the title in the thumbnail. But that is a very disappointing ending to the season of the 2026 regular season, as we just didn't even make the playoffs. The team should be going in the right direction. I'm keeping Jamal Mosley as my head coach. The finals are going to be with the Dallas Mavericks and the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to Cade Cunningham carrying that team to the finals, and the Pistons end up winning in 7 with Cade as your finals MVP. So the retirements, you got James Harden, Kevin Love, and DeMar DeRozan. All 3 of them could be in the Hall of Fame. Love and DeRozan would be like maybe TBDs. I think Love has a better chance because he did get a ring in 2016 with Cleveland, and DeRozan never got that ring. So draft lottery time. We are going to be here in the lottery, unfortunately, and our pick may go to Memphis. Oh no. Wait. Oh, this is a swap. Okay, so there's a chance we get Phoenix's pick. It's a swap with Phoenix, and then maybe Phoenix traded their version of the swap to Memphis. So we actually may end up with a top 5 pick in this draft, and we ended up with number 2. All right, that could save the video. That could definitely save the video. We're going to be picking 2nd in this upcoming draft. The top guy is Evan Strong out of Penn State. His ceiling is Michael Jordan. Yeah, that's a pretty good player. Then there's a bunch of guys, funny enough, Scottie Pippen and Terry Newton. I don't know if I'm going to keep the pick because it's just a different guy. You see at number 2, there's a chance we have a trade. Could I pull off a blockbuster? Could I trade Floyd Badunga and number 2 in this draft for Anthony Davis of the LA Lakers? They say no. I could throw in Jonathan Isaac as well. And, oh my God, they agreed to that. I just traded for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, you are an Orlando Magic. That could be my championship caliber move. Let's go. I did not think I was going to get the 2nd overall pick in the draft. I mean, it is going to suck losing Jonathan Isaac, and Wendell Carter is probably going to be gone. But yeah, Evan Strong ends up going number 1. Dwayne Geiger goes number 2 out of Gonzaga. You have Dwayne, okay, back-to-back Dwaynes. Dwayne Bonner going to the Rockets out of UNLV. Yeah, like none of these guys I think were going to be something that I wanted. I mean, Geiger looks okay, but like Evan Strong was the guy, but I didn't need another guard like that. I did get Russ Justice and Mitchell Madsen in the 2nd round. 2 not terrible players. I'm going to pick up the team option on Batate and Derek Queen because we kind of need the big man depth right now. Paolo Banchero is about to be a free agent. We are about to pay him a boatload of money. So Wendell Carter Jr. does not even want to come back to us, so we are going to let him walk. Obviously, I'm going to match any deal that Paolo Banchero gets, so let's renounce the rights on Caleb Houston and Wendell Carter Jr. Houston was in that 2022 draft out of Michigan. And Banchero gets a deal from the Clippers, 3 years, $141 million. Let's match that. So this improves our defense all right. Like that is a good front court. Franz, I think, is going to stay at the 3. I don't know if I want to try to upgrade the 1, but I don't think so. I think we're going to rock with that. I think I may look to trade Jet Howard. And I'm actually going to trade Jet Howard and a 2nd rounder for Day'Ron Sharpe, who I think is an improvement over Goga Bitadze as the backup center. And then I would like to just get a 3rd string point guard, so I may try to sign Scottie Pippen Jr. to a 2-year deal. And we'll see if they match that, and they do not. So anybody switch up here? Luka goes to the Kings. Okay, KD goes to the Clippers. So we do see some switch-ups. De'Aaron Fox replaces. They basically just trade Fox for Luka. All right, so AD regresses a little bit, but we do have him under contract for 2 seasons. I'm very excited about this team next year. We just need AD to stay healthy, and I know how that goes. All right, so it's going to be the same starting 4, and then we're going to have AD at the 5 with Monk, McCain, Sharpe, and Batate off the bench. Maybe we put Scottie Pippen Jr. in there. He's 6'1". We could look for another wing. I guess that could have been Jett Howard. Rush Justice, it could be Mitchell Matson, who is 6'5" as a guard. So we're going to keep it like this for now. Since the proficiency is 4.5-star balanced, I'm just very excited about the AD Paolo frontcourt together. We do start off the season with a dub. I mean, we have a couple of Kentucky guys at the top there in Malik Monk and Anthony Davis. All right, so we are here at the 2027 trade deadline, and we are seeing the effect of Anthony Davis. We are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference by 5.5 games over the Charlotte Hornets, 36-15. Offensively, we are the second best team in the East. Defensively, we are the best team in the East. We love to see that, the two-way effect from Anthony Davis. Paolo Banchero is averaging a career high in rebounds, almost a career high in assists, and is having arguably his best season in the NBA. Franz Wagner has been a little bit more efficient as well from last year, which we love to see. I'm fine with AD averaging 18 points. He's giving me 13 rebounds, a steal and a half, and almost 2 blocks tonight, and is also spacing the floor. Malik Monk has been so efficient since we signed him. Suggs is dealing with an injury right now, but has been an amazing 3-and-D guy for us. Mitchell Matson has played a little bit with the injury to Suggs, but yeah, we've seen Anthony Black play well. We've seen Jared McCain shoot the ball, lights out of the gym. I think I'm going to make one move at the deadline. I think I'm going to try to move Goga Bitadze for a wing. Okay, would the Pacers accept this? Goga Bitadze and Scottie Pippen Jr. for Grayson Allen? And they would say no. I don't want to throw in a first, but I would throw in 2 second-rounders, and they agree to that. Oh, man. Jalen Suggs here at the end of March breaks his leg. Damn. Jared McCain, maybe he's going to start. I guess we should probably start Malik Monk. And then we're going to have, I think, Jared McCain just be that full-on 6th man. This is going to mean probably more minutes for Grayson Allen. Oh, this sucks. This sucks so much. 52-20 when that injury happened as well. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jared McCain tears his right MCL, and he is out for the year. Come on, 2K. Oh, that is sucking the life out of me. I mean, I'm glad we got Grayson Allen now, as he's just going to be our 6th man at 31 years old. He's still a good player. We're going to see Anthony Black play a little bit more. Day'Ron Sharpe started getting minutes. The second rounder, Mitchell Madson's been getting minutes. He's actually been not too shabby. And then who's going to get those 9th man minutes? Deron Holmes has not been good for us. It may go to Rush Justice, the rookie center. So we're going to have 2 centers off the bench now with him and Sharpe. And Grayson Allen, okay. I'm scared every time that comes up. At least it's not been Anthony Davis, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero. We just won 60 games. 60 games, but I'm without Suggs and McCain. Jokic averages a triple-double, wins MVP. Caleb Foster out of Duke, Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, 6th man of the year behind De'Aaron Fox in Dallas. What? Wemby, D-Point, Trey Johnson, most improved, clutch player, LaMelo, and we got Coach of the Year as well. Here's All-NBA first team with Jokic, Luka, LaMelo, Wemby, and Giannis. Second team with Ja, Halliburton, Garland, Davis, and Shea. So we got Anthony Davis on All-NBA second team. We got Paolo Banchero on All-NBA third team. He averaged 24 and 10.5, 5 assists a night as well. Damn. Jalen Suggs, who's going to be back in 1 to 2 weeks. All right, that's good. He is on all defensive second team. And we also had AD on all defensive second team as well. So we're going to finish the season as the 1 seed. We get the Atlanta Hawks with no Trae Young in round number 1. We should beat this team and then hopefully have Suggs back by round number 2. So game 1 against the Atlanta Hawks, we do end up winning by 40 points. We love to see that. That's a great start to the playoffs. Hell yeah. Game number 2 goes to the Orlando Magic. We beat them by 30. The Orlando Magic. Game number 3 goes to the Magic. We end up beating them by 12. Banchero and Franz for 54 apiece. Let's sweep the Atlanta Hawks. All right, let's gentlemen sweep them. All right, let's win in 6. What is going on? All right, let's see here. Can we win in 6? Don't let them force a game 7. Boom, we win in 6. So we were up 3 games to 0, and then they ended up beating us by 1 in game number 4, and a really good game from both sides. Then a good defensive game. We lost in game 5, but then we beat them in 6 to go on to take on the Toronto Raptors here in round 2. You got the 6-seeded Pacers beating the 3-seeded Hornets in 7 in overtime. That was the 6-seeded Cavs, and then the 7-seeded Pacers beat the 2-seeded Pistons in 6 games. Crazy. We're taking on Toronto with Trey Jones, VJ Edgecombe, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Dave Sohan, Grady Dick, Jacoby Walter, Khalil Ware, and old Orlando Magic Jett Howard off the bench. Game number 1 goes to the Orlando Magic. We beat them by 23. AD, you are a beast. Game number 2 goes to the Raptors. That's a little scary. Game number 3 goes to Orlando. We're up 2-1. We won by 1 point. Game number 4 goes to the Raptors. They win by 1 point. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Do not Do not do this. We're not losing game 5. There's a 0% chance we're going to lose game 5 because I know we're going to win it. We're at home. We're fine. We were the best team in regular season. We're not going down 3-2. Oh my God. We lost by 9. Okay. Well, that's just great. All right. Down 3-2. I love that. Are we really going to lose in, oh my God. We're really going to lose. We're going to lose this. Oh my God. We're getting blown out. We're down by 30. Disgusting. All right. Well, I don't know if it's because of Jared McCain. I doubt that. But what happened? We look great to start off the playoffs. Then we win in 6 against Atlanta. And then we lose in 6 in 2 blowout. Oh, my God. That sucks. We were up 2-1. And then we lost game 3 by 1. That is such a dumb playoff series to lose. The Cavs and Nuggets are in the finals. And the Cavs win in 6 with Garland being your finals MVP. There goes Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Drew Holiday, Jimmy Butler. They retire. I mean, AD is going to regress. He is. I don't know what I want to change. I mean, I'm just going to assume if we stay healthy, we're going to be fine. We don't have like a random lottery pick this year. I mean, that would have been cool. We do own our first round pick at 29. Jamal Mosley's a free agent. I would like to win it with him, but he's won 1 playoff series, and that's when we won 60 games. I mean, he's even going to sign with us. He does. We did get Harry Hammonds here at 29, which is definitely the best player available. D. Singleton looks pretty good going to the Celtics there at number 1. I'm going to pick up the team options on McCain, Justice, and Madsen, who were 2 solid second-round picks. Holmes and Queen, I'll get the qualifying offers to. I don't know if they're going to be back. I think I just want to run this team back. I think I'm going to give Grayson Allen a 2-year extension. And we're going to get Anthony Black back for 4 years, $73 million. I'm going to see if I can get Chris Murray on a 2-year deal as well. I just want some wing depth in case any injuries do happen. Wemby goes back to the Spurs. Kyrie Irving leaves. He went to Washington, then Brooklyn. Then he's going to go to the Clippers on a 2-year deal. Trae Young also goes to the Clippers. So is he going to be coming off the bench again? Player progression, AD does regress. Maybe Paolo is peaked. I don't know about this team. I don't know. We should be fine. I mean, we lost Jared McCain. As long as we're fully healthy, I think we'll be okay. All right, so we are here at the 2028 trade deadline. We are currently 36-14 in the Eastern Conference. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. We are the 2 seed, though. We've been all right with injuries this year. Nothing like too substantial. We are the top offensive team. We are the second best defensive team. This Raptors squad has developed very well behind Emmanuel Quickly, VJ Edgecombe, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl. They also have Jeremy Sohan, Jacoby Walter, Trey Jones, Khalil Ware off the bench. Yeah, they got a lot of good defensive playmakers on their team. We could work out an extension with Anthony Davis, but I could let him just hit free agency. That's if we don't win a championship this year. Jared McCain, 13 points, career high. 50, 46, 85 splits. He's having a very good season. I like the team we have. I think it's good offensively. I think it's good defensively. I just hope it can win a championship here in 2028, or I'm going to have to move on from Jamal Mosley. So Shea wins MVP here at the end of the 2028 season. VJ Miller is your rookie of the year. He was in the 25 draft. You have Ian Jackson, 6th man of the year. Alex Starr winning Deep Boy. This dude has been a beast in the 4 years of this video. William McNeely, most improved, also in Utah. Luka in Sacramento does not win MVP, but gets clutch player of the year. And Jamal Mosley, coach of the year. Hopefully we can get it done, though. We go 62-20. Cooper Flagg, in his 3rd year, is on All-NBA first team with Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Shea. Second team is Dylan Harper, Alex Sarr, LaMelo Ball. Yours truly, Paolo Banchero. Another great year from him, and Darius Garland. And All-NBA 3rd team, you have Domantas Sabonis, Rob Dillingham, John Morant, Anthony Davis, and Devin Booker. Here's All Defensive 1st team. All Defensive 2nd team with Anthony Davis. And we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Will that matter, though? So we're taking on the Atlanta Hawks in round 1 with a Dyson Daniels, DeJounte Murray backcourt, followed by Dylan Brooks, Jalen Johnson, Donovan Clingan. That's a fun defensive team. And here are the overall stats from the season. We do have a couple pending free agents in AD and Malik Monk, and a restricted free agent in Jared McCain. But like, the mixture of offense, a mixture of defense, this team is really good overall. It's just like, who's going to be our number 1 playmaker? Will it be Anthony Black? Because we haven't really seen that from him yet. And are we able to beat the Atlanta Hawks in round number 1? Game 1, we do win. A defensive matchup for sure. We win 95-86. Game number 2, we end up winning this one 123-120. It's a little scary. Game number 3 goes to the Atlanta Hawks by 5. This has been somewhat of a close series. Definitely closer than I would have liked it, but we go up 3-1. We drop 160 on them. That's what I'm talking about. That is an encouraging victory, and we end up winning in 5. But we got to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the next series, who have no Donovan Mitchell. It's a Marcus Sasser, Darius Garland backcourt. Okay, and they have our old friend Wendell Carter Jr. So I'm not going to say they're like not like, I don't know. They're not that much worse than us, but we should beat this team. If they had Donovan Mitchell, I would think otherwise. But yeah, I think Donovan Mitchell ended up in Brooklyn. I got to do a Nets rebuild soon because it's a dark future for them. We ended up losing game 3, but this is what happened in the Hawks series. Just don't let them tie it up, and they tie it up. All right. Don't tell me for the second straight year. Don't tell me for the second straight year we're going to lose. Oh, my God. I hate you. I hate you, Jamal Mosley. Come on. How are we doing this? You're going to go 62-20, and you lose to a Cavs team that has no bench and no Donovan Mitchell. It's a Raptors-Rockets finals, and the Raptors win in 6 with RJ Barrett winning finals MVP. Come on, Anthony Davis isn't getting any younger. We're about to go into year number 5. This team is too good and too talented not to win. I forgot I did extend Jamal Mosley. I don't know. Do I try to sign Jason Kidd? Do I try to sign... You know what? We're going to fire Jamal Mosley. I'm sorry. I wanted to win with him. I'm going to promote Will Hardy to be the head coach. All right. I think I'm going to try something a little bit different this year. I'm going to make Anthony Black a small forward. He actually goes up to an 86 overall. And I'm going to make this trade with the LA Clippers. We're going to be trading Franz Wagner. Yep. 26-year-old Franz Wagner and a first-round pick for Trae Young, who may be even coming off the bench on the Clippers because you have Kyrie, or they're playing them both in the backcourt. They also have Cole Anthony. But we're going to get Trae Young. I know defense isn't great, but we have an elite defender next to him in Jalen Suggs and like Anthony Black on the perimeter because he's been an elite three-point shooter for us. 40+% in 3 straight seasons. So it's going to be a Trae Young, Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black starting like 1, 2, and 3. Banchero and AD will be at the 4 and the 5. We ended up getting Andre Peterson here at 28, Damon Chase at 33, and Kenneth Teague at 59. The number 1 overall pick was Jeremy Webb going to the Hornets, and Pedro Paulista going to the Nets at number 2. Anthony Davis opts out. Donovan Mitchell's a free agent as well. So AD wanted like $60 million when no, did he want $60 million? No, he was making $60 million last year. He wanted a decent amount. I mean, we're going to bring him back. 3-year deal, $120 million. We're not letting him walk. Malik Monk, I'd like to bring back as well. I'd like to win a championship with Malik, so let's give him a 3-year deal as well. Let's do another $45 million for him. And then I don't mind Day'Ron Sharpe as my backup center. So let's do a 2-year, $20 million deal. We're going to go a little bit into the luxury tax. We've just had some playoff games, some home games, so we have a little bit more revenue. I'm going to get Jared McCain back on a 4-year deal worth $28 million. So let's do that. And then I'm just going to hopefully get back like the other kind of reserve guys on the qualifying offers. All right, so Trae Young regresses. Love to see that, but hopefully we get a really good playmaker. And maybe that was our downfall a little bit. AD regresses, but if he could still be somewhat of an elite defender, I don't really care about his offense because we can get that from Trae and Paolo. So we just traded Franz Wagner for Trae Young. We just fired Jamal Mosley and promoted Will Hardy to be our head coach. And then we moved Anthony Black to the 3. Big moves. This could be like our downfall. Who knows though? This could have set us back. All right, so this is what it's going to look like throughout the regular season. Trae, Suggs, Black, Paolo, AD with Monk, McCain, Allen, and Sharpe off the bench. We are 4-star balanced under Will Hardy. First game of the season, we do end up losing to the Memphis Grizzlies. Not great start. All right, we lose to the Denver Nuggets. This could be a failure of a rebuild. Damn, I don't know. Hopefully this team does eventually gel together, and I shouldn't overreact to the first 3 games of the season. All right, so Wemby wins MVP in his 6th year in the NBA. Jeremy Webb, the number 1 overall pick, is your rookie of the year. Pretty good season for him. 6'10" forward out of St. Louis. Wemby doubles up with Depoy as well, and Tyrese Maxey clutch player of the year. We do not get coach of the year. That goes to Jordy Fernandez, who I think is a current assistant with the Sacramento Kings. We don't get anybody on the first 2 teams, but we do get Paolo and NBA 3rd team and in a contract year. And we did not get the 1 seed this year. We were the 4 seed. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, man. Maybe it's going to be like reverse. Like we ended up losing to 4 seeds back-to-back years in that second round. So hopefully we are beating the 1 seeds. We'll see, man. I don't know. Maybe this Trae Young experiment isn't going to work. AD is down to 14 points a game. I mean, AD is 36 years old. Damn, I really signed AD until he's 38. And we're taking on the Detroit Pistons in round 1 with Cade Cunningham, Ryan Dunn, Sadiq Bey, Cat, Jamal Sharpe, and then they have Jet Howard, former Orlando Magic, Scottie Pippen, former Magic as well. Here goes nothing. Let's see if we can beat them. We're up 3-0. Okay, there we go. Gentleman sweep. That is convincing. All right, off to a good start in the playoffs. Paolo Banchero at 31-10. Trae at 22-9. 80 at 18 and 12. Good shooting from Monk and Suggs. Not so much Jared McCain or Anthony Black as well. Black was horrible. So is Jared McCain. Well, at least he hit his 3s. So now we're taking on the Raptors, who have beaten us before. Or no, I don't know if they've beaten us before. Didn't we beat them last year in round 1? Or no, they were just the They were just the 2 seed. They were the best defensive team, but we lost to the Cavs last year. We do beat them in game 1. All right, so maybe it's cursed to be the 1 seed. Who knows? Game 2, we win. Oh my God, we're up 2-0. Is it cursed to be the 1 seed? We're up 3-0. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. I will cry. We just gentlemen swept the 1 seed. Yeah, don't be the 1 seed because 2K just will not have you advance. So here we are in the conference finals going up against Kobe Buffkin, Derek White, Carter Knox, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis. They no longer have Jaylen Brown. They do have D. Singleton, number 1 overall pick in 27. Can we go to the NBA Finals, please? Please, please, let's go! Yes, Paolo Banchero averaged 21, 14, and 7. Triple-double watch. Did they blow a 3-1 lead? They blew us out in game 1. They blew us out in game 2 as well. We blew them out in game 3, and then they went up 3-1, and then we rattled off 3 wins in a row. That is crazy. Oh, wait, they do have Jaylen Brown. He was just hurt. All right, so now we're taking on the 1-seeded Thunder. It's a good team, man. Shea, Trey Johnson, OG Anunoby, JQ, who just decommitted from Kentucky. They have Chet, Ian Jackson. Please, game 1 goes to OKC. Game 2, Orlando. 3, Orlando. 4, OKC. No, they go up 3-2. Come on. Game 6. Don't get blown out. That would just be so anticlimactic. Oh my God, we're not gonna even make it close. Come on. You're down by 7, 9.5 left. Come on, man. We're going to lose this. Damn it. All right. Well, we lost the finals in 6 games. That sucks. And Shea is your finals MVP. So 5 years later, we could not get a ring. We did make it to the finals though. And hey, you can't win them all. But I hope you guys did enjoy that Jared McCain Orlando Magic rebuild. If you did and you enjoyed these draft rebuilds for this upcoming draft, feel free to drop a thumbs up. I've done it with DJ Burns, Jared McCain, Alex Sarr, Zach Edey, and Bronny James. Let me know in the comments who you want to see next. I've been thinking maybe Dalton Connect, maybe Donovan Klingon or Stephon Castle. And you can also check out my Sauce Gaming channel, link in the description, where I post MLB rebuilds and Madden rebuilds as well. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.